In our previous class, we have discussed about a number, every number is 100% for itself, right? For example, if we say 12 is what percent of 12? We say 12 on 12 is 100%. 43 and 43 is 100%, and so on. And we have also seen if a number increases or decreases by some percentage, then how do you calculate that? For example, if 12 decrease by 30%, then you get 12 into 70%, because 12 is 100% for itself. The number decreased by 30%, so 100% minus 30%, remaining is 70%. This is what we have discussed in the previous class. I hope you have gone through the previous video. If not, I will provide the link of the previous class in the description box. You can go through that, and you can also find this previous classes in the playlist. Okay. In today's class, we are going to discuss about fraction percentage table. I will use this fraction percentage table to calculate percentage faster and many shortcut tricks. Alright. So in this table, we can see we have fraction percentage from 1 by 1 to 1 by 20. I am keeping the numerator same and changing the denominator, right? So 1 by 1 into 100 is 100%. Okay. 1 by 2 into 100 is 50%. 1 by 3 into 100 is 33.33%. 1 by 4 into 100 is 25%. 1 by 5 into 100 is 20%. 1 by 6 into 100 is 16.66%. 1 by 7 into 100 is 14.28%. 1 by 8 into 100 is 12.5%. 1 by 9 into 100 is 11.11%. 1 by 10 into 100 is 10%. Here we have 1 by 11 into 100, that is 9.09%. 1 by 12 into 100, that is 8.33%. 1 by 13 into 100, that gives you 7.69%. 1 by 14 into 100, that is going to give you 7.14%. 1 by 15 into 100, that is 6.66% or 6.67%. 1 by 16 into 100, that is 6.25%. 1 by 17 into 100, that is 5.58%. 1 by 18 into 100, that is 5.55. 1 by 19 into 100, that is 5.26. And 1 by 20 into 100 is 5%. Alright. So you need to by heart this. You have to literally by heart this table. I will tell you some tricks to remember these fraction percentage also, but in a later half of this video. As of now, we'll understand how to use this table. Okay. I hope all of you are using pen paper. You have pen paper with you right now to make your notes. Trust me guys, there is nothing better than having your own handwritten notes, right? So whenever you watch my lectures, whenever you watch my tutorials, please have pen paper ready with you so that you can make notes for yourself. Okay. Now the application. So understand how does this work. So here I have an example. Say there is a chap named Rajesh. His salary is 15,000 rupees per month. With a good performance in the company, he got an increment of 3,000. Find the percentage increase in the salary. Okay. So now we have discussed how to calculate percentage increase again in the previous class. Let me show it to you. Okay. This is what we have seen in my second class of percentage. That is, percentage increase is difference by initial. Percentage decrease is difference by initial into 100, of course, to convert this into percentage. Okay. So salary is 15,000, increases, the increment is of 3,000. Okay. So 15,000 it was earlier and it is increased by what? It is increased by 3,000, right? Increased by 3,000, right? So find the percentage increase. How will you calculate? You will see, alright, the increase is, to calculate percentage increase, you will say the increase is 3,000 over 15,000. I hope this is clear to all of you. If not, again I'll suggest to go through the previous class. I have shown multiple questions like this in the previous class for percentage increase decrease. In today's class, we'll focus on fraction percentage table. Alright, so simplify this to calculate percentage. You cancel out zeros here. Okay, this is 1 and this is what? 3 5s are 15. So 1 upon 5 into 100 is going to give you. Now, if you remember this, you can quickly say, okay, this is 20%. Okay, 1 upon 5 is going to get you what? 20%. Okay, so this must be easy, clear, simple. I have not made much of use of that fraction percentage table, but yes, if it is 1 upon 5, you can cancel this, or you can also, by remembering 1 upon 5 is 20%. From here, you can directly write 20%. Okay. Now, in continuation of that, I have another question. This says, in continuation of that, it says, due to slowdown in the market, if his salary again become 15,000, then what is the percentage decrease in the salary? Okay. So now from 15,000, the salary become how much? Become how much? Come on, become how much? Increases by 3,000. There is an increment of 3,000. So salary become how much? 18,000. So as of now, the salary of Rajesh is how much? 18,000. But due to slowdown in the market, the salary again decreased and become 15,000. That means from 18,000 now, this become what? 15,000. Okay. So it decreases by what? It decreases by, of course, 3,000, right? Of course, 3,000. Okay. So decrease of 3,000. Now, if you need to calculate percentage decrease, how do you calculate this? You will say decrease, percentage decrease here is decrease which is 3,000 divided by, it is decreasing from 18,000. So base value is what? 18,000. Yeah. I always suggest that if you are studying any specific topic through my video, please make sure you watch all the classes in sequence, okay, one by one, and do not keep a lot of gap between class 1 and class 2. Otherwise, you will forget what we have discussed in the previous class. So, I have discussed about base value also there. So, base is what? 18,000. So, from 18,000, it decreases by what? 3,000. So, if you calculate the percentage now, okay, this is simplify. This become what? 1 upon 6 into 100. Okay, 1 upon 6 into 100. So, what is 1 upon 6 into 100? 16.67. What is 1 upon 6 into 100? 16.67%. Okay. So, how much is this going to get you? 16.67%. Okay. Understand this. So, you will be able to use the fraction percentage table effectively. So, what the point which I am trying to make here is, earlier it was 15,000, alright, it increases and become how much? 18,000, right? Increases by 3,000, so become how much? 18,000, right? Now from 18,000, it decreases and become what? 15,000, okay? So one lesson we have seen in the previous class is percentage increase and percentage decrease will not be equal for same set of values. From 15,000 it become 18,000 and from 18,000 it become 15,000. So here whatever percentage increase you are getting, okay, and here whatever percentage decrease you are getting, they will not be equal. This is, you should keep it as a thumb rule, okay, for same values. I am saying, I repeat, for same values, 15,000 to 18,000, 18,000 to 15,000, correct? it's not, the percentage values are not going to be same. Great. Okay. So if it is not same, in this case what it is, if you get to see percentage increase for this value, if percentage increase is, what is percentage increase is 20% here, and you can see percentage decrease is 16.66% here. Percentage decrease is 16.66 here. Correct? Right? Now relate with fraction percentage table. The value is increasing by 20%. So to get the same value, it is decreasing by 16.66%. Okay. So the point which I am trying to make here is, if you have increase given or calculated as 20%, then to get the same value, the decrease should be 16.66%, which is the next value after given here. So if increase is 1 by 5, decrease should be 1 by 6. Increase is 1 by 6, decrease should be 1 by 7. Okay. Let me give you more example here. I'll repeat what I said, but let me give you more example. I think with example we will understand better. Okay. So here, let me show you here. If Sanju's salary is 10% more than Tipsy, so you talk about increase, decrease, or you say more or less is one of the same thing. More and increase is one of the same thing. Less and decrease is one of the same thing, right? So here you have Sanju, okay, and here you have Tipsy, okay. Now Sanju's salary is 10% more than that of Tipsy, okay. Tell me which is the base value in this sentence. If you have gone through my previous class, tell me which is the base value, or amongst Sanju and Tipsy, which is the base here? Which one is base here? Of course, yes, you are right. You have gone through my previous class. I understood now. Tipsy is the base value. How do you identify base value? After comparative degree. This is your comparative degree. More than. Okay. After comparative degree, whatever you have is the base value. So base value is what? Tipsy, right? So how do you frame the sentence here? How do you frame the equation here? Sanju's salary is 10% more than that of Tipsy. That means base value is Tipsy and Sanju is the next value. Okay, you start from Tipsy and you have Sanju over here. Clear? Great. So this given that this increase is 10%. This increase is what? 10%. Is the question clear to you? If not, please rewind the video and then watch it again. Tipsy is the base value. From base value, you look at whatever is increase and decrease is given. So from Tipsy, it's 10% more. So from Tipsy, given that Sanju is 10% higher. Clear? Great. Okay. How much percent is Tipsy's salary less than that of Sanju? That means, now for this particular sentence, less than is a comparative degree. Yes, this is comparative degree. And after that what you have is Sanju. So for this particular sentence, the base, the comparison happening with Sanju, the base value is Sanju. That means we will see. Now from Sanju, if you want to have Tipsy, what is the percentage decrease? How much percentage less? Percentage decrease, one of the same thing, right? So is this diagram clear to you? Is this expression clear to you? If not, please write in the comment box. I will simplify this for you maybe in the next class. Okay. So base value is clear. Sanju is a base value. Now from Sanju we want Tipsy. Of course, Sanju's salary is more, Tipsy's salary is less. So question is, if you look at Sanju, then Tipsy's salary is what percent less? Alright. So usually we make equation, we do the calculation, but if you can relate these values with fraction percentage table, look at the fraction percentage table. Sanju's salary is 10% more. Sanju's salary is 10% more, right? So Tipsy's salary should be, what is the next value? 99.9% less. So Tipsy's salary should be what? 99.9% less. Is this clear? Let me repeat this for you. If 10% more is given, 10% more is given, yeah, here you see more, the next value you will find is percentage less. That is the use of fraction percentage table, right? So you need to remember this fraction percentage table. What are we trying to say? If more is by 10%, which is what? 1 by 10 into 100, then less should be the next number, which is 1 by 11 into 100. That is what? 9.09%. Okay, so this is your answer. This is your answer. Tipsy's salary is less than Sanju. By what percent? You will say that is less by 9.09%. Let me revise this for you. Let me show this once again with the help of table. Here is a table. So after these two examples, let's understand this table once again. I will take a small sample here. Small sample size here. And I will try to explain this once more. Okay. So what do you see? You say that if a value increases by 100% to get the next value, then the next value should decrease by 50% to get the previous value. Take an example. If I say 200, if 200 increases by 100%, what is 100% of 200? Every number is 100% for itself, correct? So what is 100% of 200? Of course it is 200 itself. So if increases by 100%, what is the new value? 400, right? So what do you say here? If 200 increases by 100%, it becomes 400. Correct? Increases by 100%, it becomes 400. Then from 400, if I want 200, then 400 should decrease by what percent? Then 400 should decrease by what percent? Of course, you can see it is half, right? So it should decrease by 50% to get 200. Clear? I hope this is clear. Yeah, so I have shown you the example also. Okay, so I hope now you trust me that this is working. Alright, this is working. Okay, so where were we? If I see a number increases by 100% to get the next number, then that number should decrease by 50% to get the previous number, right? If a number increases by 50% to get the next number, then the next number should decrease by 33.33% to get the previous number. If the one number increases by 33.33% to get the next number, then that number should decrease by 25% to get the previous number. Okay, this should be clear. And as of now, don't think that why am I focusing much on this fraction percentage table. I will tell you a lot of example, and even previous year exam questions also I will try to relate with this. Okay, so bear with me and learn this. This is fantastic concept for percentage. Okay, chalo ek kaam karte. Let's see separately. Suppose if I say a number, so let's say x and y. Okay, no, chalo aisa karte. Let's see a and b. Okay, a and b. So if from a you see an increase of 12.5%, here it is 12.5%. Then from b to a, the decrease should be next value. What is that? 11.11%. Okay, this will be like that. I can prove it again by showing some examples, some calculation, some number, but I hope by now you trust me that this is working, correct? Okay, thank you. Okay, and we can say other way around also. If ऐसा करते, suppose if you have got decrease, you have been given decrease value first, all right? You have been given decrease value first. If I say from B to A, there is a decrease of 11.11%. From B to A, there is a decrease of 11.11%. Then from A to B, it will be increase of what? 12.5%. It is same as the previous diagram. You can rewind that and check. It is same, right? So, इसको समझना कैसे? How do you need to understand? Remember this. सिर्फ इतना ध्यान रखो. Just remember this part. If increase is this, then decrease will be this. That means decrease value will always be lesser than the increase value. For same set of numbers A and B, the decrease value will always be lesser than the increase value. इतना ध्यान रखना, right? So if increase value is this, तो उसका next lesser value क्या है? Which is the next lesser value after 12.5%? Of course, 11.11%. So, if this is increase, this value will be the subsequent decrease to get the same value. Alright? Okay? And it's vice versa is also true. If you have decrease which is given as 11.11%, then increase value should be more. So, you go up in the table, up in the table. You can see the value keep on decreasing when you go down in the table. Okay, the value keep on increasing if you go up in the table. So, and then you can take the reference of arrow also, right? Decrease is given and you want increase, so then go up in the table. If increase is given, then you want to find decrease, then go down in the table. Clear? Okay. If a number, let's take example of this A and B diagram once again, and let me have a different percentage here. Okay, if increase is given as 6.25% from A, B, if from A you want B and B is more than A by 6.25%, right? Then A should be less than B, of course less than B. If B is more, of course A is less, right? So from B if you want A, it should decrease. अच्छा, decrease percent क्या होगा? If increase is 6.625, if increase is 6.25, tell me what should be the decrease value? Absolutely right. This one, 5.88%, right? So here I can write 5.88%, and I can show you this with example also. Suppose if I say if A is nothing but let's say 1600, then what will be B? Abhi fraction percentage ka you need to understand, right? You also need to remember 1 by 6 is 16.66%, and you should also remember 16.66% is 1 by 6. Okay, so by heart this fraction percentage table. Easy method is learn in bunch of 5. There are only 20 values here. It's not much. There are only 20 values. 1 by 1 to 1 by 20. Correct? Learn in bunch of 5. So first you try to by heart 1 by 1 to 1 by 5 fraction percentage. Then 1 by 6 to 1 by 10 fraction percentage. Then 1 by 11 to 1 by 15 fraction percentage. Then 1 by 16 to 1 by 20 fraction percentage. Okay. As of now, it's there in front of you, so I can show you here itself, right? So this is 1600. Let's say A is equal to 1600, and if I want this to increase by 6.25%, so B should be equal to 1600 plus or multiply by 100% plus 6.25. This is what I have taught you, right? If value increase by percentage, then you have 100 plus that increased value and then multiply by the original number. Original number 1600, 100 plus 6.25 percentage. Why 100 plus? Because every number is 100% for itself. Correct. So now let me simplify this. 1 by 1, so 100% is 1 by 1 and 6.25%. What is 6.25% into fraction? 1 by 16. Okay. Then if you increase this, you got 1600 multiply by, add these values, 16. I hope you know how to add the fraction. Yeah, 16 into 1 plus 1, that will be 17 by 16. Simplify this. Okay, I am not in this class we are focusing only fraction percentage, so I am not discussing about how to add the fractions 1 by 1 and 1 by 16. I am assuming that you know this. So this is 100 and this will give you what? This will give you what? 1700. Correct? So this should be equal to B. Now from B again you want to go to A. From B again if you want to go to A, it means from 1700 again if you want to come back to 1600, then find the percentage decrease. Then find the percentage decrease. How will you calculate that? How will you calculate that? You want to calculate percentage decrease. What is the formula of percentage decrease? Difference by initial, yeah, or base value into 100. What is the difference here? 1700 to 1600. What is the difference here? Of course, this is 100, right? Divide by initial. We are starting from B. So which is the initial value? 1700 multiply by 100 to convert into percentage, right? Okay, simplify this. What do you get? Cancel. 1 by 17 into 100. Yeah, tell me what is 1 by 17 into 100? 5.88%. 1 by 17 into 100 is 5.88%. Correct? So here you get 5.88%. Now tell me one thing. This is what we could figure it out earlier itself. Yeah, this is what we could figure it out earlier itself by using fraction percentage table. So we don't need to do entire calculation. Correct? If B is 6.25% more than A, then A should be 5.88% less than B. With all this calculation also we have the same value. अब तो विश्वास हुआ होगा. Now I hope you trust me, right? Okay, for the calculation sake. Okay, yeah. Let's revise this again. Let's revise this again. If a value decreases y, पहले decrease दिया y. If you have been given decrease first, it's given that if a value decrease by 7.14% to get the next value, decrease is given for the next value, that is 7.14%. The next value should increase. अभी पहला value, next value is less, right? So from here you need increase to get the previous value. So what will be the increase percentage? What will be the increase percentage? Go. You have been given decrease and you want to find out increase. You want to find out increase. Increase. Go up in the table. Up in the table. From here you go one step up in the table. Yeah, 7.69%. That will be your answer. Okay. Fine. Let me apply this into a few more questions. I hope that will get you clarity about this fraction percentage table. Okay. So here you have A's income is 25% less than B. A's income is less than B. सबसे पहले तो find out the base value here. This is comparative degree. This should be your base value, right? So B is the base value. So we are starting with B here. Okay. alphabetically A comes first doesn't mean that you always start with A. Okay, we are learning maths. So less than B. So B is a base value, right? So from B you need A, and A is 25% less than B. So to get A, this should be less by what? 25%. Correct? Now to get B from A, पहले तो ये बताओ, tell me first, they should be increase or decrease? From A, if I want B, that should be increase or decrease? Correct. It should be increase, because to get A, we have decreased. So to get B, we need to increase. Yeah. A is less, B is more. A is less, B is more. A is less, B is more. So from A to B, we need to increase this part. Correct? So increase by question mark. Increase by question mark. I don't know. What should be increase percentage? Should I do all the calculation? Should I do entire calculation? No. I have fraction percentage value table with me. So in here we have been given that it is less or decrease. It is less or decrease by 25%. So the other value should be more or increase by what? 33.33%. You getting it? You're with me? Brilliant. So less is by 25%. So more should be by what? 33.33%. If less is by 25%, then more should be by 33.33%. These tricks, okay, this calculation shortcut is going to help you a lot in percentage. Okay, I will keep on showing as and when we come across such things. Okay, let's practice this particular concept more. Okay, and you should learn different applications of this. Here it says, if price of petrol increases by 16.66%, then how much should consumption decrease to keep expenses constant? Okay, now here you got, it's not from one value you are going to the next value, and from next value you are coming to the previous value. That's not the case. Okay, here you got two entities, in fact three entities. One is price of petrol, one is consumption, and then you have got expenses. Okay, so you will always see price into consumption equal to expenses. You can take example also. Say suppose if you are you're going to buy price, let's say price of petrol is for example 120 rupees per liter. Okay, and you consume the quantity of consumption for you is 10 liters. So how much are you spending to buy this 10 liters? How much are you, what is your expenses to buy this 10 liters? Of course, it should be 120 into 10. Should be how much? 1200. Okay. So always remember, price into quantity is expenses. This is not a formula, but with a common understanding, you can figure it out. Price into consumption into equal to expenses. In this question, here it says price increases. So by what percent we should decrease the consumption to make expenses same, to keep the expenses same. Alright. In such condition also, our fraction percentage table will help you. In such case also, our fraction percentage table will help you. So price increases, consumption decreases. Speed increases, time decreases. Right? Pressure increases, volume decreases. Okay. So whenever you find these two entities, multiplication is constant, in that case also fraction percentage table works. Okay. So one case is A and B. From B you start and get A, and from A again you start and get B. Second condition is product of two values constant, one value increases, the other has to decrease to keep the expenses constant or the third entity constant. Alright. I will show you more example of this. Is this example clear to you? Okay. So in this case also we can apply fraction percentage value, fraction percentage table. So price is increasing by what? 16.66%. Then next you need what? Decrease percentage. Decrease, that means what? You have to go down in the table, right? Down in the table. From 16.66 you need to go down in the table. Chalo, table dekhte hain. Given to us, it is increasing by 16.66%, right? So we need to find decrease. We need to go down in the table, one step down in the table. So 16.66 say one step down in the table, decrease value should be 14.28%. Okay. So the answer for this question, if price increases by 16.66%, consumption should decrease by 14.28%. Okay. Let's quickly see the next question. Next question. Now, by now, if you have noted, you have the fraction percentage table with you. You can tell me the answer within maybe say 5 seconds after reading this question, of course. If the speed of train increases by, train ka speed increases by 6.66%, 6.66 or 6.67 is one of the same thing. Tell me what is the fraction value of this? Fraction value of 6.66? Yeah? What should be fraction value of 6.66? Correct. It should be 1 upon 15. 1 upon 15 into 100. Okay. You need to remember this. Although this question has nothing to do with the fraction part. But if it is increases by 6.66, to cover the same distance, what should be the time taken to cover the same distance will decrease. That means decrease in time. If speed increases, time decreases. If you're driving fast, you will reach in less time. Correct? So time will decrease. So decrease by what? Decrease by what? The next value. Next value would be what? 1 upon 16 into 100. What is 1 upon 16 into 100? 6.25%. Okay, you can go back and check in the table. It is 6.25%. That's the next value. So answer for this question is 6.25%. This fast you can answer such small question. That will save a lot of time in your exam. Okay. It's all about time management in exam. Let's see the next question. Keep fraction percentage table notes in front of you, the table in front of you, and tell me the answer for this. If length of rectangle decreases by 11.11%, then what is the increase in width so that area of rectangle remain constant? Pause this video, go through the question again. I'll start with the explanation. So explanation is area is equal to length into width. Correct? Now question said keep area constant. So area we need to keep constant. It means if I decrease in length, I need to increase in width. If I decrease in one, I need to increase the other one so that the area remain constant. If decrease is given as 11.11%, 11.11% is a decrease. Okay. So you need to go one step up because you need to find out 11.11% ka decrease, then we need to find out increase. We need to go one step up in the fraction percentage table. So tell me, what is the value one step up of 11.11%? 11.11%. What is the one step up value? Correct. That is 12.5%. Right? What is the fraction value of 11.11? 1 upon 9. What is the fraction value of 12.5? That is 1 upon 8. Right? Again, fraction value has nothing to do in this question, but you need to understand, remember, if there is a decrease of 11.11, there will be increase of 12.55. You can see the value in the fraction percentage table. Okay. This is not a rule or somewhere it's written, but we have done lot of calculation and we found that this fraction percentage table works. Okay. This is it in today's video. If you are If you want to revise it, please rewind this video, watch it once again. I hope the concept will be clear to you. I will show more application of fraction percentage table in coming videos and in actual exam questions too. So this is it in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're liking this video, if you like my work, please hit on the like button, subscribe to the channel so that I will see the appreciation from your side, and continue learning. Okay, as I promised, I am going to take the difficulty level up slowly, and then we will reach to the exam level questions too. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye bye.